The Wisconsin Department of Health is recommending universal blood lead testing for children. Universal testing means all children should receive a blood lead test at ages 1 and 2, as well as any child between ages 3 and 5 who have previously not been tested. Every year, thousands of children in Wisconsin are poisoned by exposure to lead, which can lead to irreversible damage to a child's brain development. Health experts say this is why they're pushing for early testing and that local health departments and providers play a critical role.
The additional burden is minimal. We're talking about a very simple blood lead test that can be performed on children, and often that initial screening of that child testing is done through a capillary or finger prick. So it's something that providers do on a regular basis.
Wisconsin health leaders say that they follow other states with this recommendation and say it will take some time before this becomes common practice. They predict with testing they'll see more cases, but the goal is to provide the necessary treatment and follow-up care as soon as possible.